What's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today's going to be an interesting one. I don't know how the lights look. I got stuff all over the place. I've been all over the place. Thing is, I've said this before, but I've been working on real estate school. I recently finished the coursework, which happened about, sometime last week. And I've been studying my butt off, and today was the first day that I took a test. I have a total of 6 or 7 tests that I have to take. I think I have one test for each book, and then a national test that I have to take, or a statewide test that I have to take. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. So I think there's a total of 7 tests, and I've been stressed out of my mind. And I've thought about making content. I've thought about vlogging, and I'm just not in a mental space or an emotional space to do that. Like, I just want to get done with the real estate school, get done with all the testing, and basically just move forward with starting that aspect of my life. I've talked about it a bunch in other videos where there are a lot of things that I want to do. I want to have a successful apparel brand. I want to have and run a successful gaming organization. I want to have a successful YouTube channel, not only in the personal finance / investing side of YouTube, but also in the gaming side of YouTube, because that's like a love of mine. I really do enjoy it. I have a lot of fun with that, and I have a passion for gaming and just the gaming community as a whole. And a lot of those things require money. I want to upgrade my monitors. Both the monitors that I have are, at least this one that I'm looking at right now is 10 years old. The one to my left I've had since I was probably 12 or 13. And so when it comes to like gaming and stuff, it just makes it very difficult. But it's been a crazy couple of weeks, and we have family coming in, and then, not obviously, you guys don't see my wife, but my wife is pregnant and I have a son on the way. Like, there's a lot going on. So, but I took my first test, I passed it. So I am 1/7 of the way there to, it's a bit different than that, but in terms of tests, I'm 1/7 of the way there. And I'm just really, really excited about that. So if I seem all over the place, or if I look stressed out or tired, I just want to give you guys an update. I am getting my real estate license, and I'm almost done, and I could not be happier. But with that being said, this video is about Fundrise. It is week number 11. Week 11. Wow. I'm so excited about passing my test and being on week 11 of Fundrise. I didn't even do a normal intro to the video. So, yeah. With that being said, let's jump over to Fundrise. We're going to talk about it, show you guys what's up, and just see the kind of progress we have made. Okay, so here's my Fundrise account. We are at $190.79, which is a huge jump from last week. Last week we were at $160, and my net returns at the time were 36 cents. So we basically doubled. No, we did double. We doubled. That's not even English. We doubled the amount of appreciation and dividends that we've had into the account in a week. This is our best week so far in terms of dividends and appreciation. So I'm really, really stoked about that. That's really encouraging, especially with how slow things have been, but nonetheless, we are crushing it, and hopefully you are as well. Here is the historical account value. We started with $10 on October 8th, and we incrementally went up by $10 every week, and then we started on the November 28th going by $30 every week. And that's just kind of where we sit. It's doing really, really well. We are still on the starter account level. We won't have the option of changing that until I believe $500 is in the account, or $1,000. It may be $1,000 at this point. But that is we'll cross that bridge, I guess, whenever we get there. My goal is to build wealth. Progress is 0%, which is kind of sad, but let's view the details either way. Target amount is $1 million. Target date is 2071. I've said this before. As I increase the amount that I am investing per week into my Fundrise account, this target and this target date will change. I don't know if I'll have to go in there and change it necessarily, but the projections will change over time. We are currently on track, and we'll hit our 1 million goal. We should hit our $1 million goal by Q4 of 2071. If you look over here at the projections, though, the estimated account value at that time will be $1,067,170. But the range in which, depending on the market and the upswing and the downswing and whatnot, the range could be an account value of about $567,000 to $2.6 million. So we could see some crazy appreciation like we've seen over the past year. Or it could go down. Who knows? The market could correct itself. But we are contributing $130 per month, and we are on track to hit our goal. So hopefully we don't see it drop to below 500,000 or 560,000. But if it does, then it does. If we go over here to performance, we can look at just basically how our portfolio is currently doing. The interval fund is currently ramping up, so it's not doing as well as it will do when it's fully functioning, but we have a partial Q4 return of 1.2%. Really cool to see that crossover, that 1%. Really excited about seeing that change over time. I believe Fundrise says that you can get between 7 and 12% just depending on your type of portfolio. And so we're on, I guess not technically on track, but this doesn't mean all that much because it's a part of a year. So I'm not necessarily worried. We'll really start getting worried a year from now if it's not at least that 7%. Even then, will I actually be worried? I don't think so. You know, I like the platform. I love what they're doing. I love real estate, hence why I'm becoming a real estate agent. One of the reasons why my wife and I have bought this personal property, our primary residence, and also a rental property, and while we plan on buying much more than that. So, I don't think I'm really that worried, but nonetheless, it's doing well. The portfolio has 39 active projects. The strategy in which those projects fall into, there's 2.7% in fixed income, 72.9% in core plus, 21.6% in value add, and 2.7% in opportunistic. Basically, this just talks about the type of investment it is and how risky it is versus how not so risky it is. If you're towards fixed income, obviously that's more dividend focused and less appreciation focused. Opportunistic, more appreciation focused, less dividend focused. Real simple. And then the other two are somewhere in between. Let's see, my position for the interval fund. I don't think I said that earlier. I am in the interval fund. That is what I'm focused on. The interval fund is my baby, and it's actually just the only portfolio I can invest in, so I don't have much of an option. 100% of my portfolio is the interval fund. The estimated values of share is $160.55. 55 cents comes from appreciation. Position total is $190.79. The other 24 cents comes from dividends, which have not been paid out yet. Not sure when they will be paid out, but I'll get those put into the account at some point. My position, cost of shares owned, $160. Quantity, 13.181 shares. So slowly growing that over time. Current NAV per share is $12.18. That's cool to see. It's going up. The estimated values of shares, like I said earlier, $160.55. There's 24 unpaid dividends, so eventually those will be thrown into the account. And I think when that actually happens under the transactions, or maybe it's another option, I'll be able to go in and show you the payouts over time, which is going to be really cool. Pending orders, $30. Appreciation, 55 cents. Total is $79 cents, and then the project, 39 projects. So I'm really happy with how Fundrise has been doing so far. And I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. You should be doing your own research and your own due diligence, but it has done and performed pretty well for me so far in the small amount of time that I've been investing with Fundrise. There's also a new podcast called Onward that is a Fundrise podcast, and I will be doing a review, listening to it, doing a review, trying to highlight the points moving into the future. And then also I just realized and just got a notification that there's a new acquisition in Palm Bay, Florida. So I'll be doing a video on that as well moving into the future. I'm just really happy with Fundrise. I'm happy with the fact that I am getting returns. I'm happy that this is money that I cannot touch. I'm happy that it's not as, I guess, liquid as maybe Robinhood or Webull or M1 Finance, those other investing platforms. Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with those. I'm just a very, impulsive individual, and Fundrise just keeps me from going in and messing with anything and playing around with stuff. All the money that I have invested is money that we are okay with losing if something happens. My wife and I are very aware of what risks come with investing, and I don't do a whole lot of stupid, risky investments. But with that being said, with Robinhood and things like that, I have lost money. And with Fundrise, though I know I can lose money, I can't go in there and mess with it. And as long as that stays consistent for the foreseeable future, I cannot mess with it. I know it's going to grow over time. I believe it's going to grow over time. We're going to have our ups and downs. But if we look at history of investing in anything, stocks and or real estate, time is your best friend. And over decades, you will end up making more money than you lose. So with that being said, I'll have an invite code if that is something that you want to do, something that you're interested in. If Fundrise seems like it might work for you, there's going to be an invite link down below. Click on it, sign up, and you will get 90 days of your account fees waived. Advisory fees is what they're called. They'll be waived. I've had that waived because my brother signed up. And if you sign up, I will get another 90 days waived as well as you getting those 90 days waived. Let me know in the comment section what you're investing in, if that's something that you're doing. If you're not investing, let me know why you're not investing. I'm curious to know why you're not investing. I know there are a lot of people out there that don't, either because they don't know about investing, they don't know enough about investing, or they're just afraid to for one reason or another. So I'm just curious to know what you're going through, what your mental state's going through, especially with the news of inflation coming and with the all-time highs that we've seen the market at. I'm just curious to know where you're sitting mentally. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. My name is Oscar. This is my Fundrise account. This is my portfolio. And I will be catching you guys in the next video.